I laugh every time I hear people saying, yeah, I don't like working for other people, so, I want to work for myself because I want to set my own hours. Yeah, right. Let me tell you what, when you work for yourself, there are no days, there's no Christmas, there's no fucking Easter, there's none of that shit when you work for yourself. In the early days, you're working through all those holidays. Every day something bad happens, every day there's problems, every day somebody's trying to fuck you and take what you've built. It's a war every day when you get up in the early days.
So I was watching that clip while going through Instagram, and I remembered on this one quote. A wise man once told me, there's a difference between being smart and wise. Do you know the difference? If you know the difference, comment below. What he told me was, the difference is a smart person learns from their own mistakes, but a wise person learns from the mistakes of others. So what I wanted to share is a little bit of the horror stories when I started working as a business loan broker, because a lot of people, and this is with any business, because you don't know what you're really getting into, especially if the first time you're getting into the business. Sometimes you might get lucky, but there's definitely going to be some challenges. You have to be slapped around a little bit, okay? Karma has to just hit you, okay? There's different things that's going to happen. It doesn't matter if you're trying to start a restaurant, a mowing business, it doesn't matter what it is. So I wanted to direct this for especially my students and people that are considering or are working as a business loan broker, some of the different challenges, some things to kind of just stay away from. Some of the different things that I went through that just made it challenging for me to get started. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So first thing, number one, is you have to protect your merchant account. Okay, you have to protect your merchant account that's everything. That's the way you collect money, okay? If you're a business loan broker, if you don't have a merchant account, if you don't have a way to collect money as a business, period, it's crazy. And the thing is we're lucky now because there's so many different alternative ways. There's a lot of different, Stripe. It's very easy to set these type of merchant accounts. When I started business in 2011, it was almost impossible to get a merchant account. There was only one big company that controlled damn near 80% of all merchant services, which was First Data. And it was really crazy. So one thing that happened was I was processing payments, and then they considered that I was high risk, and then eventually they decided to put my payments, 50% of everything that I was processing, in reserves for 6 months. And just think about that. I'm over here doing business credit cards. I've been doing business credit cards for a long time as far as the credit card stacking. And I'm running all of these, transactions and these high numbers. And they didn't really understand how much, I was like 21, 22, a 22-year-old kid doing $20,000, $40,000 in transactions. It just didn't really make any sense. And then at the time also, I didn't have the best credit score. My credit was just basically whack. I didn't really have anything. I did have 2 or 3 credit cards that I had charged off when I was back in high school. Okay, so anyway, long story short, they held 50% of the reserves. There was one time I think I processed like $20,000 in a week, and I was expecting that money to come in. I have referral partners that I have to pay, and now the merchant company is saying that they're going to hold 50% of reserves. I remember going crazy, contacting lawyers, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing I could do. So I learned from that day that, number one, you got to have more than one merchant account, and you got to protect your merchant account. As a business loan broker, one way that I always protect my merchant account is I try not to run the payments in-house. I always send the client an invoice and for them to process the payment, okay? In addition to, of course, making sure that you have them sign an agreement, you do a compliance call, and all the things that you can do to protect yourself, and not just yourself. These are things to make sure that the borrower understands the terms and conditions of the program, okay? It's not a scam here, but you have to make sure that your borrower understands what your success fee is, what your origination fee is, whatever you're going to charge, you have to let them know up front, in addition to you giving them some preliminary terms regarding the loan offer that they're going to be getting, okay? We look at documents, bank statements, tax returns, credit reports, and we let the borrower know what they can qualify for. In addition to that, we have to let them know what we're going to charge. And once they get into the program, you do a compliance call on a recorded line, and you also revisit that conversation, okay? So anyway, this was horrible. Okay, because again, it slowed down my business. I was stressing. I had referral partners that I had to pay. What am I going to tell my referral partners? I'm trying to get a new merchant account. Everybody that I'm trying to submit to, they are or some type of way and affiliated with First Data. I had to even open up a whole new LLC, and just for the sake of processing credit card payments. And we had to create this thing where when we ran payments, we sent a client a document where they agreed to the payments of that. It was just crazy. It was just stupid. Now you can just sign up with Stripe, and within seconds you can start processing transactions like today. You guys kind of got it easy, but nevertheless, even if you do have Stripe, you do have to protect that merchant account. Even one chargeback can set you back. You don't want them, and especially with Stripe, it's kind of worse because there's absolutely no relationship. The one thing that was a benefit with companies like First Data or some other affiliates, there's a lot of, First Data is still out there, but there's some sense of a relationship, especially if you're processing, let's say even with your local bank, you want to have that type of relationship. I would always advise people to have more than one merchant account. It's always highly advised to have more than one merchant account. So that's number one, is protect your merchant account. I know I went a little bit too long on that, but I remember it was horrible, and I don't want you guys to go through what I went through. The second thing that I want to talk about is you don't want to get too excited when you get a loan. As business loan, let me make it make sense, okay? You're gonna make your money, your first deal, you're gonna make like 5 or 10 grand, maybe even 30, 50,000 if you get a big commercial loan. And as you get clients, there's a few things that will happen. Number one, you don't want to stop pre-qualifying your borrowers based on the 3 parts of lending theory that we teach here. Now, not pre-qualifying and getting too excited for a deal is going to cause you to start basically wasting your time, in essence, okay? Because you're going to be getting just too excited for the deal, and you're not really analyzing and looking at the different current lender matrix as far as real estate. I've done this before, and it's something that affects even your spending, where you're going to start spending the money before it even gets to your bank account. In business loan brokering, that money is not made until it hits your bank account. It doesn't matter which product you're talking about. Okay, merchant cash advance, business loans, business credit card, the money is not made until it hits your bank account. And the reason I say this is I got in trouble. Of course, at a young age, you start making so much money I've never seen that type of money. I've never seen somebody pay I got somebody $50,000 in a business credit card and I get paid $5,000. So it's, I'm 21, 22. So you gotta make sure that you keep some reserves, and the money, there's a few things that I want you to learn about this second factor. Number one is make sure you pre-qualify the borrower. Number two, don't spend the money until it hits your bank account. With real estate, anything, you want to make sure you don't spend any money until it hits your bank account. You start calculating how much commission you're going to get before the deal is even closed, okay? So the second thing we're going to talk about, the third thing I should say, is also protect your domain. Protect your domain. I ruined my domain early on, and what I mean by that is I started, of course, cold emailing when I started marketing. I didn't have any money for a budget for even, Facebook ads or any kind of ads. So I just started cold emailing. I started getting people's information from LinkedIn or some other different free sources. There was a lot of time you have when you don't have any clients. And what I did is I would do email blasts. And eventually my email address, our main domain got flagged as a spam email domain. So what you want to do is you want to get tricky here. Whatever your domain is, you want to buy a few different other type of domains. Let me give you an example. If your business name is, consultinggroup.com, you want to buy consultinggroup.co. You want to buy consultinggroup.us. You want to buy consultinggroup.org. You want to purchase all these different domains because it will give you the ability to go ahead and set up email addresses under the other very similar sounding domains so you can use those for email blasts instead of using your regular domain that you use to communicate with your clients, because you don't want that main email as far as that domain to be considered a spam email. You're going to have some challenges when you're communicating with clients or even lenders that your email always ends up in junk, okay? So that's another thing that I had to learn early on. And again, as I mentioned, I ruined my domain, and it took me some time to kind of learn these tricks that I'm teaching you in order for me to get my domain out of, and I still have even those issues today. Some people always sometimes say that they're not getting my emails. It's going to the junk mail. So I want to make sure that doesn't happen to you. Next, the other thing that I want to talk about is collaborating with other brokers, okay? Especially when it comes to real estate specifically. We got the products like business credit cards, you can pretty much keep up with what's going on if you stay on, tune with some of the different websites out there. And just Google it itself. There's always recent news alerts that you can keep up with the different business credit card products that are out there. But when it comes to items like real estate, equipment financing, there's so many different changes and there's so many different lenders out there that you want some collaboration. I've missed out on a lot of money because I didn't have the right lender that could do the things that my client needed to be done. And I needed to collaborate. Sometimes you feel like, I want to say this, there's so much business for everybody. So you don't have to feel like, you can't work with another broker, because brokers, our job is to stay in tune with what's going on in the marketplace. And there's so many different products that some people are good at certain things. I partner up with some brokers that are really good with SBA. That's one of my weaknesses, okay? But I understand the different products. But SBA is a tricky, there's a lot of documents, a full documentation type of loan. So there's people that really just do SBA night and day, okay? One of the things that I really was weak on was equipment financing early on. And I partnered with somebody that focused and had a great lending contacts when it comes to equipment financing. Eventually, we did a few deals together, and he knew that I was a broker, and eventually I was gonna know about his lenders. So it's okay to partner up with some brokers and eventually collaborate on different lenders and help each other out on certain deals, because we want to help the clients. The ultimate deal is to make sure that we take care of these clients. So, and you can split the fees, so it's not like you're losing out on money. You can make money with another broker and potentially learn about another lender that you didn't know about. How is that not a win? Okay, so make sure you're collaborating with other brokers. Something that I did on is be selfish. I was very, I'm sitting here being honest. I had a very selfish mind that I'm not gonna work with another broker. I don't want another broker involved. I'm gonna figure out what lender, and I would lose out on deals, and I don't want that to happen to you. So those are the things that I want you to keep in mind is, number one, protect your merchant account. Number two, you want to make sure you protect your domain. Number three, you don't want to spend the money before it's made. Make sure you continue pre-qualifying your clients, and the money is not made until it hits your bank account, okay? Number four, what do we talk about? Collaborating with other brokers. And another thing is the referral fees. Let me tell you this. We're going to close with this one right here. Make sure you pay your referral partners, okay? Again, and this is a policy. I used to pay referral fees on the 20th of every month, and I stopped doing that. And this is why, okay? Again, I go crazy on that credit card. You don't know what's going on. There's so many bills going on, and especially when you're just starting out as a business owner. So there was a time that I was getting ready to process referral fees on the 20th, and there was not enough funds in the bank account, because we spend the referral partner's money. I don't want that to happen to you. Of course, I had to, dig into my own pockets. I had to actually use a credit card to pay the referral partner their fees. So I decided on a policy that as soon as the money hits our bank account, we pay our referral fees the same day. Okay, we don't even count the referral partner money, because I know I'm not the only one. It's like out of sight, out of mind. If I see my bank account and I see the money in there, I have a different perception of how much I can spend. So if I don't see it, it's not in there, okay? So I don't know if that's some of y'all. That's kind of me. I'm really bad with money. I'm really good at helping people get funding, but one of my skills is not money management, okay? So I just want to kind of put that out there as you want to make sure you pay your referral partners pretty much the next day, if you can, the same day as soon as you receive your funds, so you can maintain a great relationship. And it's a great benefit that you can share with your referral partners that, hey, when we get paid, you get paid. So anyway, hope you appreciate some of those things that I wanted to share with you so you can make sure you have a successful business as you're getting started as a business loan broker. In case you're interested, what we do here, we work with business loan brokers that are interested in order to expand their business products as far as their program offerings, or anybody that is interested in becoming a business loan broker. There's going to be a link in the description. We have a mini course, the Wealthy Middleman Masterclass, for a discounted price. You can get in there, kind of learn about the different products that are available in the marketplace, and see if this type of industry interests you. So anyway, link is going to be in the description. I appreciate you for joining me today. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Anyway, if you've stayed with me through the end, I appreciate you. I really do. Please go ahead and give me a like to the video, subscribe to the channel. And I guess I should go ahead and pay some bills. Let you know what this video is brought to you by our sponsor, Broker Solutions Academy. There's going to be a link in the description. We work with people that are interested in becoming a business loan broker. We have a very comprehensive business loan broker course, and we're going to be teaching you everything you need to know about how to become a business loan broker. Our mission statement is we help business loan brokers understand and simplify the various funding solutions that are available in the marketplace so you can properly serve your clients, stop the endless confusion and self-defeating pointless rat race they're currently in, and grow their business while maximizing profits by teaching them how to become a real business loan broker, not just a referral partner. This video is also brought to you by Pennington Consulting Group, and that's where we work directly with entrepreneurs and also business owners to help them get funded. So if you're looking to start, grow, or even expand your current business, Pennington Consulting Group, there's going to be a link in the description where you can go ahead and schedule a time. And like we always say at Pennington Consulting Group, our goal is to help you reach your goal. Again, thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.